What's happening, you guys? Alright, it is Sunday morning, the 25th, I think, yeah, 25th of August. We are in Southern Cal, getting on to the 60 westbound from 605 southbound right now. LA County. And we're going to be making a delivery this morning to a place called E&G Meats, or I think that's what it's called. E&G Foods, I don't know, whatever it's called, something along that line. It's located at 4350, if I recall, Alcoa Avenue, if you guys want to look that one up. I don't have the map up. Figured, I've been, I don't know, just don't feel like using it right now, I guess, and I've been there enough. Well, I've never been to this customer, but I looked it up on the map, and I know exactly where it's at. It's right across the street from one of the Lineage Logistics facilities that I've been to before. So, now, there's some different ways you can get into there, but I'm going to show you the way that I recommend. Because the way that this thing here is, the onboard system wants me to go, it's like, that's not even a road. I know that spot there because I've seen it before, and it's not a legit road that you can use. You can't go through there. It goes into private property. It basically wants me to go, make a westbound turn off of Downey Avenue when we get into the area. We'll talk. We can probably talk a bit more about that, I guess, when we get closer. So you're like, where the hell is Downey Avenue? Yeah, I'll explain it when we get over there. But there's a different route because of my knowledge of the area that I know is a lot more truck friendly than if you try to go that way. All right. So that said, where are we coming from? Well, you hopefully saw my last vlog. That was a pickup at the Tyson Foods facility in Amarillo, Texas, or Amarillo, Texas. Now that one docked out actually almost a full day late. The drop dead time on it was the 22nd at noon, but let's see, right, 6 miles away from the 710 freeway. But anyway, where was I going with that now? I'm getting so fixated on the 710 stuff that I forgot. Yeah, so I got there like 14 hours late because I just didn't have the clock to get there when I was supposed to be there. And I was coming up from El Paso and didn't have the hours to get up there without needing some kind of like a split. So yeah, I get there like 14 hours late. The load's still not ready to go yet, and I was there for over 6 hours before I noticed that I got a message on my truck saying, "Hey, your load's ready on trailer 40442." Okay, cool. So I call the office, the guard shack, double check that they're good. And yeah, you're good. All right, so I'll get that checked out. Hopefully you saw that one too, or else I had a problem with the trailer. Just check that out in more detail if you want. I don't need to rehash that. But got it moving. It was originally scheduled for this morning at 9 o'clock. Yeah, 9 o'clock the entire time. So I was actually thinking that they were going to possibly push the appointment time out because it docked out so late. It wasn't my fault that it was out so late, even though I showed up late. Load wasn't ready still when I got there. But no, they left it at today at 9 a.m. But it was all right because I ran it hard. Right after I got the load moving, I ran to Blue Water Village, New Mexico. It's just a little bit west of Grants and Milan. And where the hell's Grants and Milan? It's about an hour drive or so west of Albuquerque on I-40. So I stopped there, got me my Dairy Queen fix. Yeah, you guys know I love my Dairy Queen. And then I ran from there, like 630 or whatever it is miles from there to my house. First time I ever stepped foot in my home now, because I was still out on the road. I we were still living in the other house before, when I hit the road the last time, before the house burned down, and well, it didn't totally burn down, but displaced us. And yeah, let me tell you something, man. Because my wife and kids brought home a dog the same day that I had to leave, if I remember right. I don't know what the thing is. It's not that big. It's I had to Google Lens it and figure out that it might be a border collie, but I don't know. But anyway, so I didn't have any real problems with it that day. I was going to be leaving last month, but I could tell it was like maybe a little bit skittish around me. Like it wasn't growling or barking or anything like that, or woofing or whatever, but I could tell it was definitely aloof of me. So I just kind of ignored it. And then I come home yesterday, and I could tell again that this dog is skittish of me. And like, okay, we're gonna be this way. We're gonna have to let him get warmed up to me or whatever. But now the dog was already starting to piss me off, because we went to, before I even got home to step foot in the house for the first time ever, we stopped at the Mexican market that we go to in town, and among other things, because my wife was going to make tostadas, Michoacan style tostadas, freaking awesome, by the way. Well, okay, my son Christian wanted to know if we could get one of them freaking roll thing, crate thing. Oh, I don't know what you call those things. Those packages of, I think it's those King's Hawaiian rolls or something. The ones with like the orange and clear packaging, if I remember right. I think that's King's Hawaiian. Yeah, it was just like dinner roll kind of thing, or And we get home, and Christian left I think he left the thing on the table with, I think he ate one or two, whatever, and then left the rest of them on the table. And guess what? Yeah, the rest of them all ended up in that dog's stomach, or in its mouth and stuff. And I was like, why do we even do this shit? Exactly. People aren't going to be cautious enough about what they're doing. And, and then we got a bunch of kids on the spectrum and ADHD and stuff. It's just, you can't be careless with that kind of stuff. And then the dog keeps getting into our bathroom mat, kept getting a hold of it and running around, like taking it to the backyard or whatever else, or she hides stuff as well. So it's like, it's a dog being a dog, especially a young pup. She basically has a case of garbage gut. And I think she was even, there might have been a couple other things that she was trying to consume that weren't even food either. But it's like, I see where this is going. And, and that dog can jump. We have like a 6-foot fence in our back that separates our yard from our next door neighbor, who's also our landlord and friend. And that dog can clear that. Like, even though she's small, like, I don't even think she's like 15 pounds or maybe 20 at most. I think I'm probably giving her some weight at 20 pounds. But I'm like, and I'm already seeing, like, I'm not home enough. And this dog's already acting like this around me with, cause it was woofing at me and stuff or whatever, and it was like, and I fucking hate dogs that bark as it is. I can't stand them. It's like, if there's a good reason to bark, that's fine, but like most dogs, even then when they're aloof of you, they'll at least, they'll get reassured by the owners, whatever, that, hey, this person's all right, and then, they'll start sniffing you and stuff, and, try to develop a little trust there with each other. But I could tell this dog wasn't quite going to be like that, at least from what I could tell. And like, I've seen this before. When my wife and I first got together, she was living in Rialto, and I'd go over there all the time. Them fucking chihuahuas of theirs would always bark at me because they didn't like me every damn time, no matter how often I was there. And I can't stand it. And it's, it's the Asperger part of me. I stuff like that, that kind of overstimulating like that, it just drives me nuts. Yapping for no reason. And so, anyway, yeah, so, and then yesterday I was fighting with trying to get my computer running with, I was trying to get Windows 11 installed, but having some kind of problems with it. Okay, we're on the 710. We're going to get off at Bandini Boulevard, which is coming up. Come on, dude. You're going a little faster than 53 miles an hour. Thank you. Okay, this is Washington Boulevard. The very next one is Bandini. Alright, so, yeah, I was fighting with trying to get that damn computer up and running. It's a homemade computer. Not exactly the most like up-to-date stuff on it to an extent, but some of it is. Like a 14th generation i7 processor, a gaming motherboard and stuff. But man, I just couldn't get Windows to install for shit, and I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if it's the Windows installation thumb drive thing that came with it, or if it's my BIOS that's causing it, or what. Okay, we're got a sharp curve here. I'm gonna take both lanes because I need to make sure my tandems stay off that thing there. There's nobody over there, so it's. But either way, we're going to be making this right turn here. Okay, we're good there. We got 2 left turn lanes, so we're going to use the right one. Outer lane. Okay. So anyway, I'm fine with that. And then I remember I went over to the bedroom to talk to Dora about something. And this dog's like on my bed, on my side of the bed too, standing there. And then when I come around the corner, over there, she's like start barking at me and all that kind of stuff. And like she's trying to protect her territory. I think, bitch, shut the fuck up. That's my bed. That's my spot. And again, I don't like getting barked at in my own home. So I tried to grab her. And she jumped out, like, man, she's like a mongoose, man. Jumped backward really super fast. I couldn't believe. She went like halfway up the wall, up between the bed and the ceiling, like halfway up, it seemed, before she like ricocheted off back toward the other side of the bed. And oh man, I was like, damn, that dog can jump. But yeah, I got bit pretty good a few times there, just trying to get a hold of her. And I'm not going to sit there and abuse an animal, but at the same time, I'm not going to sit there and let a dog think that it can do that kind of, thinking it's going to be the alpha with me in my own home. I don't give a shit, and I'm not going to sit there and get barked at. I ended up getting a hold of her. A lot of defensive bites up there, and eventually got to where I just had to use a towel. Because she was over in the corner by the garage door, and I ended up using a towel to and then basically like a bullfighter, like ole, andale, whatever. I used the towel to kind of cover her up enough where I could get a hold of her without her biting me, and I don't have to be excessively rough with her or anything like that. And finally, it was like, but I still had to hold her by her scruff so that she couldn't turn anyway to turn around and bite me. Because you got to be firm with that. If in that kind of situation with an animal like that, like this animal control people. And by the way, this right here, this building right here, what's next to us, I do have a pre-plan I'll be picking up from right here tomorrow. But we got more to go with that. I'll tell you guys more on the way out of this vlog. What's going on between here and there. But anyway, yeah, I'd say if you don't hold it good enough by the scruff, it can use its neck to turn around and still bite you. So I was being pretty firm with that, and I wrapped the towel around her so she couldn't like maneuver her feet and all that. And then I like held her like this and freaking threw her out of the house. And it's like, and I said, that dog's done. That dog can't stay. And of course my daughter, Chloe, she got all pissed off. Had a fit over that because they're actually both Christian and Chloe, because they were both bonding with her. But you know, the first day that my wife even brought her home, I was told we're just fostering this dog till we find someone better, because someone to take her, because she was basically a stray. And yeah, she was at my wife's school that she works at, in a contained area there, whatever, and they brought her home. So I even said, we all sat down, I go, remember what you told me the first day that dog came home? Yeah, I told you it was that we were fostering her. And I go, okay, and what does fostering mean? That means, okay, this is Downey Avenue here, by the way. So we're going to have to stop talking about the dog. Because we're going to end up taking that dog to the animal shelter, or maybe find somebody who is a better fit for that dog's needs. But I can't be in a home like that with that kind of a dog. And my wife even agrees. So Downey, now on this thing here, wants me to turn down here, and shit, I forgot the light turned red, and hopefully we don't get any trains, because yeah, I'm not supposed to be stopped here. I don't see anything on the other side. Yeah. Alright, no, yeah, there's nothing coming, but if it does become necessary, I can, yeah, just hurry up and move. But no, I think we're good. The light's turning yellow already. Normally I stay back there by the limit line back there on the other side. Okay, I don't know much about this customer. I took a look on the satellite view to see what it looks like. It's a small place. From what I can tell, we're going to want to come in from the, well, what I usually do, I'm going to take Soto Avenue, which is up here where that McDonald's up the street is at. And by the way, that McDonald's has truck parking. It's not a lot, but it's there. We're going to make a left on Soto. And then there's two more streets right there. One of them's Vernon Avenue, and the other one, I forget the name of it. But, let's see. I'll probably turn on the first one. Which I can't remember if that's Vernon Avenue or the next one over. But yeah, one of those two streets after you get on Soto is Vernon. That's all I can tell you. But we're going to turn on the first one. Or not, we can turn on the second one, yeah. Because that's the street that all the lineage facilities are at. And then go, we're going to park down there, somewhere over by where those lineage facilities are. And go check in. Because you definitely don't want to be in this customer's lot until you're ready to dock in. It's small. It looks like it's an alley on the north side of the lot, and then it's like a angle, like an offset looking kind of dock door right there on the northeast corner of the lot. And from what I'm guessing, based on what I saw, when you dock out, it looks like you have to back yourself back out onto the street to get out of there. So that's what we can plan on for today's entertainment. Otherwise, I don't know anything else about them. I don't know what the reputation is for how timely they are with stuff or anything like that. We'll get it figured out soon. Alright, so one of the other things here, like kind of driving me nuts a little bit, is how, you know, this is different with, I don't know if it's just a difference in how Hirschbach does things, or, you know, from what JCT did, or If it's just a case of some people don't know me yet, don't know my reputation, and they don't, because how many times, like, I'm getting asked, like, a lot of times, like, am I okay for OTD on stuff that I can easily deliver on time? Like, I got asked this morning, before I got to my truck. I forgot, I didn't even look at what time they asked it. Okay, this is Vernon Avenue. We can turn down here, but I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use the next street down. Anyway, yeah, so I hadn't even gotten to my truck yet, and they'd already asked me, hey, you, what time you were getting rolling? Are you okay for on-time delivery? I'm like, my load's due at 9 a.m. And I started pre-tripping at 6. I got to my truck and started pre-tripping at 6:15. Got rolling at 6:30, and it's just barely after 8 a.m. And, okay, 44th. Yeah, that's the street I was gonna say. I thought it was one of these numbered ones. 43rd, 44th, something along that line. Oh, good. Not that many trucks parked over here right now either. Okay, we're gonna go all the way down to the other end there. And this road's going to tee into Alcoa Avenue. And right there in front of us on the left side, basically, just on the north side of that intersection, on the other side of the street is where the customer is at. Oh, it was like, that's kind of a weird arrangement, I guess. But yeah, it kind of drives me nuts. Like, I mean, to me, I'm like, can we use a little bit of common sense? I'm only 85 miles away from my customer. Hell, even at 53 mile an hour pace that they project by, that's still less than 2-hour drive. If I haven't left my house, if I haven't gotten rolling, actually in drive status by, let's say 7 a.m., then start worrying. But, I mean, come on, it's messaging me before I even get to my truck at 6:15. I'll have to double check. I'm curious what time they actually did send that, because it could have been like 4 in the morning or some shit. And I'm going to ask them, what the fuck you guys doing worrying about OTD status that early in the morning when I'm only 85 miles away? But now, shit, this guy is going to complicate this, because I need to park over here as well, but I can't park in front of that guy. I don't think there's room, so we'll just park. Oh, okay. What are we doing, dude? Oh, now I can actually come up. All right, never mind. All right. Yeah, we'll get all the way up here by this box truck. Do a little tree trimming. Okay, so yeah, this lineage right here to the left of us, I've been to before. And another one right behind it where those other trucks are, I've also been to more than once. Let's take a look. How long ago, what time did they send that message? Okay, I know they got a job to do. They're being compelled to ask these questions at certain points, I think. But to me, it's like, can we use a little bit of common sense here, though, and understand that it doesn't take that long to get from Victorville to Vernon. Barely over an hour and a half is what it took me to get here. Let's see. Let's see where this. Okay, 5:47 this morning. They go, hi, when are you rolling? Are we good for on-time delivery? I'm like, the appointment's over 3 hours from then, and it's less than 2-hour drive. What does that tell you? I mean, even at their speed, it can easily be done at that time. So, and that's not the only time I've had that. I've had several loads where they ask me, like, hey, are you okay for OTD? Yeah, you think? I'm going to be there by like several hours early. Why are you asking me that now? I don't get it. So again, I don't know if someone is compelling them to ask sooner than that, micromanaging a little bit too much. It's starting to irritate me, though, to be honest with you. And I'm going to leave them feedback on it. Hey, we need to fix this process. I shouldn't be getting asked at 5:47 in the morning about a load that's due at 9 a.m. when it's only 85 miles away from my current location. But in all fairness, I have had a couple of times where they were asking me if I was good for OTD, but only because their system was pinging my location in the wrong spot. Which one was it? I had one. Where was I going? It was going kind of a generally northeast direction, if I remember right. But, yeah, I think it was going up US 54 towards Santa Rosa or something. And then going to go across 54 from Tucumcari to Wichita. I think it was one of those kind of loads. And I remember I got asked about on-time delivery and I guess they thought I was still in Deming, New Mexico. But I was already way up by like Amarillo or wherever the hell I was. So I think the load was going to Clarksville, Arkansas. Now that I think about it, and I was from Amarillo. I can get from there all the way to Clarksville on the same ship. It's only 100 miles from Amarillo to the state line. Another 330ish across there, Oklahoma. So that's 430ish. And Clarksville's only 55 miles into Arkansas. That's easy. That's I don't even need a 30-minute break to do that. But I was getting asked about on-time delivery. I still needed I think I was still on my 10-hour break, like early on the 10-hour break, I was just getting parked, I think, wherever I was shutting down. And I go, just curious, where are you pinging me at? And he goes, yeah, it still shows you like 1,000 miles away. I'm like, no, I'm definitely not 1,000 miles away. I'm way closer than that. And that's what the problem was. Their ping was showing me still in Deming, but I was like way closer. So I try to give that benefit of doubt, but it's not, it's no less annoying for me as a driver, especially when I have a pretty impeccable service record. I'm also one of their best of the best, as they call them, which I don't even know what the threshold for that is. I think there's some kind of like some banquet thing they do for all their BOTB drivers from what I heard, but I don't know what that all entails, and I don't know what the thresholds are for the different tiers of BOTB. So I guess the top tier is like platinum or something, or I guess there's some diamond level now, and then you have to do like, I think gold or platinum level for like 3 years, or someone told me something along that line. I might be completely butchering these details. I don't know, but yeah, one of our company groups, Facebook groups, the chat, a couple of the drivers who were longtime Hirschbach drivers were saying something along that line, but I don't remember quite all the details of it. But come on. I trust your drivers who should be trusted. I get that we have, any company, especially like ours, is going to have drivers who are slack asses and are only going to drive like 6 hours per day, and they're only going to drive certain hours of the day, so they're taking like 15, 16-hour breaks or something along that line, and only driving 6-7 hours at most, and and then they make loads late. And they think that, I'm a lease operator. I can do what I want now because this is my truck. No, it's not your truck. The title still has Hirschbach's on it, or GR Leasing is what's on mine. Now, JCT, it was 3 Diamond Leasing. And name of the truck. Mine still says John Christopher Trucking, but most of them still are saying Hirschbach, and mine will eventually say Hirschbach. But, I still got to represent that company's name. I still have to do them well. It's their reputation on the line. It's their customers. I'm just a facilitator of that. And, I got to do what I can here and to make them look good and make me look good too. And for future needs as well, perhaps. I don't know. Never know. Or could end up being I could stay here. We'll see. But yeah, it's just frustrating. Like, look at who the driver is. Look what their how many service fails they have, Like, I've been between JCT and Hirschbach now for 6.5 years. I don't know that I have any service fails. I might, but if I do, it's been a long time, I think, and I don't remember. I have no idea what I have on there for that. So, like, look at that. And if you see that I have an impeccable record there, then why even question me at all? Let me worry about that. And then you worry about the guys who definitely need to be supervised all the time. Or if they have to be supervised all the time, you have to wonder, like, maybe this guy shouldn't be driving my truck. Just saying. All right, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go get checked in. I don't even know if they're open yet. I'll go and give it a try, though. I just know I'm supposed to be here at 9, so we'll see what we can do here. Alright guys, we're ready to dock in now, but you do indeed have to back out. You actually have to back over by these train tracks. Actually, I think I'm going to have to wait on white. Let me try calling again. I'm still waiting on my lumper info to be fixed. Okay. Okay, I guess I can make this. What I need for her to leave, or? Okay, let me get nose to nose with this guy here. Then as soon as white leaves, we'll get backed up. Okay, I guess he's saying that might be able to. Gotta watch for tail swing though, because I'm gonna risk hitting this tree in the power pole there if I'm not careful. Alright, let's do what we can with it. I'm going to probably have to get out and look to make sure my tail swing's not going to hit that shit over there, though. Okay, yeah, we're going to be hitting that slanted dock that I was talking about earlier. It's right here about where he's at right now. Okay, yeah, we're going to end up blindsiding in a little bit. It's definitely one of those not for everybody kind of topics. We get our tandems over here as much as we can first, and then I'm going to off track over into that direction. Let's see where we're at. Alright, yeah, we're almost there. Okay. I don't know. I hope I'm in the right spot. Double check. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get the mirror pointed out a little bit. I'm going to go just a hair forward before I start coming back because I think my tandems are just a little bit off. Yeah, I'm a little bit off, I can tell. Not that far though. Oh, actually, it looks pretty good. I'm gonna get my tandems right where I want them. Looks really good there. It's, I got a tandem exactly where I want them, so now I'm just gonna come in just a little bit. Get my mirror adjusted. Oh yeah, this is good here. This is golden. Can't tell how close I am. I might need to get, I don't know, am I okay there or? I think, I'm wondering if I need to go a little bit further to the right, but let me double check. Alright guys, so it was just barely enough room for the dock plate to get across like it is. So the lumper fee's $250. They sent me a relay code though. They don't use relay here, so I've been waiting for them to fix it and give me an actual express code. Alright guys, we're all done here now. I'm going to go ahead and pull away from the door. And that guy's going to spawn us out. We got to get our tandems, our trailer pointed back where we want to be pointed. Should be a little bit easier getting out. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Alright, I'm pointing a little bit toward the pallets, but we're good. Alright. Appreciate it. You too. Alright guys, I don't know who's coming in next. It might be the guy right behind me because he's got his four-ways on. So I'm going to get out of the way. I still got to send my departure info. I mean, send in my signed bills and all that. Let me get out of his way first though, because I don't want to be in his way doing that if he's the one who's going to dock in next. So, get my trailer over this way a little more so that car can go by. Yeah, he is docking in. Okay. Okay, how about, yeah. I'll probably want to go that way anyway. There is a truck wash here in town. Actually, 2 of them that I could use, but I don't know. I don't know if either one of them is open right now. I can check, but yeah, one of them we have a contract with too. So I'll just maybe drive by. I don't think they're open on Sundays, but I can always find out. If not, well, there is a blue beacon down the road a couple miles from here, but I'd rather not go to that one. That one's a pain in the ass to get into, and always like a 2+ hour wait. Anyway, what's going on next year is we're gonna be dropping this empty in the drop yard in San Bernardino, and then after that we'll be going to let's see, am I clear? Yeah, looks like we're good enough. It's probably a little bit in the red, but that'll work for now. Alright, so we're going to be picking up another load that delivers this afternoon in Colton at Sam's Club. And then after that, I'm not going to be doing any vlogging of either of that, any of that process there. Probably not, at least. And then I'll be reloading over here at GT's Living Foods on Bandini Boulevard, the place that I was pointing at earlier today. So, I've done vlogs of that one too, and I got catching up I got to do. So how about we just hold off on vlogging that one as well. And when I get to the receiving end, which is it's in Texas. Starts with a B. I'm trying to forget that. I'm trying to remember the name of the company. Burleson, Texas. So that's where that one's going to. I don't think I've ever been to that place though. So whatever it is, I haven't even looked at real closely yet. So I'm gonna plan on maybe that one being my next vlog. Okay. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks.